A lot of people are like, Jeff, you know, if it all collapses, it's gonna be bad for a lot of people. It's like, yeah, it is. But if you're smart, it won't be too bad. And if you're dumb, it's gonna be bad, just like it always is when you're dumb. Not to be like dumb as in like mentally retarded and you're born that way, obviously. But most people can know this stuff, but they choose not to because they prefer not to know the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Yeah, you can ignore reality, but you can't ignore the consequences of ignoring reality. Right, Lucy? Yeah, I always, you know, whatever. I pay attention to reality. You know, there's no tacos here right now. There's lots of cars. I got to be a little careful. So I pay attention to that. But, you know, your average person, they prefer to not pay attention too much, and they're going to probably have a lot of problems during this collapse. Yeah. But, you know, like I said in the last video, this system is so evil. And I know some anarcho-capitalists might be like, Jeff, you know, this entire economic, financial, monetary system isn't totally evil because, you know, we're anarcho-capitalist types, so we believe in a lot of these things. It's like, yeah, I believe in free markets, which does not include central banks, does not include governments, does not include taxation, does not include massive militaries and massive wars. And we're going to actually get back to that once this all collapses. So it's going to be awesome. You just got to survive through it. But we are in year 3. Welcome to year 3 of Build Back Better. Nothing's built, nothing's back, nothing's better. And the banking system continues to collapse. And Mr. A had a great point. He made this little meme, which my partner Ed Bugos posted on Twitter. If you don't follow Ed Bugos or Mr. A on Twitter, I'll put them both on screen, and you should follow them both. But Mr. A made this and said this: "The irony of the attack on crypto-friendly banks causing the dominoes to fall is awesome," said Mr. A. "Here's the USA attack on crypto-friendly banks. Shot themselves in the foot a little bit." Yet it appears that they wanted just to take down the crypto-friendly banks, which were Silvergate, Silicon Valley Bank, and Signature. But by doing it, they caused a massive bank run that's still ongoing. We're going to get into that in just a little bit. But let's go to our you know, the leader of the free world. "American can rest assured that our bank system's safe. You know the thing?" "Well, thanks, Joe." And yeah, like I said, like the Silvergate, like they didn't even have a bank run, but they basically got forced out of business by the US government. Then there was Signature Bank, which someone posted this just recently. We're still trying to figure out what happened because like nothing really happened. All of a sudden it was just gone in like a second. Steve Kirsch wrote, "I heard from one of the top execs of Signature Bank that they were floored that the bank was seized since there was no solvency problem. Barney Frank said the same. There was no real objective reason that Signature had to be seized. What the fuck is going on? Why regulators seized Signature Bank and third biggest bank failure in US. Yeah, they seem to did it to try to hurt the crypto market. Talk about backfiring. They're going to end up collapsing everything, which might also be kind of the objective. They are planning this great reset. And a big part of that will be taking down the entire system. But if it was accidental, it's hilarious. And we're finding out more and more about these banks. It's sort of like what happened with Twitter. When Elon Musk took over, we started to find out, or maybe even I started just to look into it. All the people on the board of directors of Twitter were like woke idiots who had no experience doing anything. They were just woke idiots. And now we're finding out it was the same at Silicon Valley Bank. Only one member of the failed Silicon Valley Bank's board had a career in investment banking. And the rest were Obama, Clinton mega donors who grieved when Trump won, including one who went to Shinto shrine to pray. That's actually what most corporations in the world today, especially in the US, it's all just idiots and woke people. And even like the central banksters are all idiots and woke people. And they don't even know what's going on, and they're trying to handle this whole situation. It's hilarious. Like if Janet Yellen worked for the Dollar Vigilante, she'd sit in the corner and she'd say a few words every now and then, and we'd all just laugh and tell her to shut the fuck up. She's so dumb. This is who's running a lot of this stuff. Although to be fair, none of them are actually running anything. There's people behind the scenes, but they're kind of there on a day-to-day basis, kind of trying to deal with these things, and it's pretty hilarious. And even as we speak, I'm recording this on Tuesday, this should go out on Thursday, banks continue to collapse. This isn't a shitcoin. Yeah, it is. It's First Republic Bank stock, which crashed 47% today, and it's down 92% in the last year. Of course, we've been talking for years about Deutsche Bank and Credit Suisse, about how they're basically zombies and going to collapse at any time. And now we've seen Credit Suisse collapse, basically. And the Swiss Central Bank, which actually just came out a few days ago and confirmed they had lost, I think it's $140 billion, like almost 0.2 of $1 trillion in the last few years, bailed them out, but they didn't actually bail them out. They tried to bail them out. And then another bankrupt zombie bank, UBS, bought them for like pennies on the dollar. Oh, I'm loving it. And now UBS, their credit default swaps, which are the things that basically the market's gambling that they're going to go under, have skyrocketed. So UBS might be going down now. I gotta tell you, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Yeah, it used to be Credit Suisse. Now it's Debit Suisse. Yeah, so some of the banks are getting bailed out. These are the banks that they call too big to fail, which is ridiculous. And it's apropos because they really are. If they fail, the entire system comes down. So they have to save the bigger banks, which is the end stage of this final total collapse of everything, which I'm totally loving. And I think it was Animal Farm that had this slogan, but someone changed it recently. All banks are equal, but some banks are more equal than others. The banking system is collapsing. Arrest Donald Trump!